We're going to pick back up with the audio here in just a second, and we'll pick up where we left off in the conversation in part one. So with that, thank you. Back to you, Ian. One of the things that that was most appealing about Bong to you, you said when you met him and spoke with him. Go ahead and elaborate on that a little bit.
Um, it was just, as I said, it was his honesty. I told him what I wanted. I told him what my budget was, and about 2 weeks after I spoke to him at that party, I actually had blueprints or early stage of blueprints, and I ran it past him. He told me what it would cost to build, and I simply told him I don't have that in my budget. And we worked it out. I'm happy with the price that it's being built for. I can't imagine getting the value that I have now, and especially knowing that the changes that we've made, all the changes that we've made. He says one thing, no, but that's no problem, Ian. Every time, no problem.
Yeah.
No matter what I ask him, no problem.
The quality of materials that he's provided to us, he has never tried to cut back on the quality of materials to do this. I'm amazed every time he does this. Is I ask for something, I'm thinking, well, I'll just ask for a little less one. And no, I get a more deluxe tile. I get a more deluxe countertop. I get a more deluxe, the big one is a backsplash. A big deal in the U.S. is a backsplash adds a lot of money onto your expense, right?
Most builders don't do them.
Yeah, no, they don't. And here Ian. I remember when Ian, I wasn't asking yet because again, Ian, my advantage is I'm about 2 weeks behind what Ian has to ask and do, right? So Ian's asking him about the thing, and he's telling Ian about a backsplash and all, and Ian's like, well, okay, how much is this going to cost to do that? And all, he goes, oh no, it's included with the thing. Goes right in there, and Ian's gonna like, okay.
And that's something that I suppose maybe in the blueprint somewhere, but I can't find it.
No,
I mean,
yeah. And it's and anytime we've had something that's come up that was in the blueprint, but we had to change. So, for instance, in mine, I moved an air conditioner plug from one side to another one. I went over it before in the media room because now there's a giant TV screen. Well, in fairness to Sheena, to Bong, to everybody, I didn't tell anybody I was going to put a giant 120-inch screen in there, which I'm going to do now. So
that doesn't sound like a lot, but that's not all he did. He actually said, "Yeah, I'm going to put one over there," and then he said, "No, I'm going to put it over there." I don't know how many times you changed your mind about where those.
No. That one always went the same place. Okay. But the bedroom always went the same place. But again, there was some other ones where add one in, put in a fan, don't put in a fan.
And Bong just says no problem, no matter what we throw at him, even if it's a major.
And in fairness, we work very well with him because we try and look and catch things that are coming up before they cost Bong money, so he doesn't have to back out and redo it too.
Today's a good example.
Yeah.
You were looking for your solar lines that go up through the house.
Right.
They may be there, but we're just not seeing them.
I can't identify them. Yeah. Now, we're pretty sure we can identify yours, where they're at.
We're guessing, yes.
And we need to confirm that so that we're not wanting to do anything where we're adding expense later. We're trying to do it ahead of time. Discussion today with the electrician. I'm going through it. I'm telling him anything you need, let me know because I bought all these extra parts ahead of time. I have them. We just haven't given them to you yet.
Unfortunately, the poor electrician's been taking the brunt of our changes.
Yeah. Ian laughs. He says every time the electrician sees this, he goes, "Oh God, go away, you two." But it is very different here. But again. For anyone who's looking, the most striking comment, and I could summarize with Bong, the single most striking comment came from Marvin. And when Marvin recommended him, he went through and we talked and did all the things and all. He goes, at the end of the day, Bong is honest. He says he's as honest as can be with you. So that was for me the deciding factor.
Him and his wife. Everything, everything they tell you is absolutely correct. If they make a mistake, it's a mistake. I mean, they are honest as the day is long.
Yeah.
I have not yet heard anything that wasn't correct.
Yeah. Yeah.
They've actually. I wanted to say one thing. You were mentioning earlier about the guy that changed all the things on his house. If anyone is considering building a house here, the one word of advice I would give is I spent a very short time on conceptualizing this. Very aggressive timeline for Sheena. I understand that. Like 3 months is not a long time to go from zero to plans and starting to build. Very unrealistic, but that was what I asked for. The one thing I would say is spend more time on conceptualizing. The fellow that made the 40% error, if he would have sat down and really considered what it was he wanted, and put more thought into it, it's very easy to change it before it's down in blueprints.
Yeah.
And it doesn't cost you anything to do that. You know what your budget's going to be, but to approach it in a way that, we'll build this and then add on 40%, that did sound a little bit ridiculous to me. 40% is a lot of your budget.
Yeah.
Without adding another half a house or something.
And to your point of the timeline, so I had just the opposite effect. I had all kinds of time with Sheena, a lot of time to work with it. What happened for me was because of rainy season, Bong wanted me to start as early as Ian was, and that's why I'm about 3 weeks. I originally started, I guess, about 6 weeks behind you when we went through, but I had some things to do, and I was able to do some of my permitting and stuff a little faster.
I actually think in many ways you're ahead of me. Not in how long it's going to take before you're finished,
right?
But the amount of work that's been done on your house, you're definitely ahead of me.
Yeah. And the thing that I'm saying about Bong, again, I had the time with Sheena to plan and review and do all this stuff and make a lot of changes in order to do that. I'm still making some changes that I flat out missed because I didn't read or understand the blueprint well enough as a builder would understand it and do it and say what it was. So when it hit reality and it's doing that, yes, I still have some, but these are relatively minor. You know, I'm not off by 40%. Let's put it that way. I'm
not yet.
Some yeah.
Not yet.
If I do, then I'm in big trouble. But the thing with Bong going through and helping get any of these things done, he can go through and show me anything that I'm doing, anything I'm going into place, helping pick the colors. Today, he came up and we have a door that we're going to put on the media room and put just so we can put a lock in there so we can put, more pricey equipment downstairs because the media rooms has no windows, no anything in it, and it's just totally locked so that he can get into it, his foreman can get into it, Ian can get into it, and I can get into it. So be the only 4 people who'll be able to get into that room. Something I didn't even think about. Bong asked me, what color do you want the door? And it's like, well, it's a pretty wooden color now, so why don't we just leave it like it is? But he's that's what I'm saying. He's probing and asking, because he wants to know, do you want that, to go through? And again, some of those different things where he's asking the question, even though I didn't even know there was a reason for a question at the time when I go through. So it's really a pleasure to work with him. I could not recommend highly enough. Again, if somebody was building in the area and wanting to do that, I know we've got one gentleman that's not too far away. I'd greatly encourage him to check Bong, check out what all he says, because again, the key recommendation I have for him is when he tells you something, he is honest with you. And that's if he tells you that's going to cost a lot more money to do that or something like that, you better listen because he's telling you honestly what all it is. I had one where Sheena had designed in, like we would have in the US, a centralized water system. So one hot water heater to feed everything in it. And Bong said, Well,
we can
yeah, you can do that. And here's the price of going to buy one of the water heaters. And my jaw about hit the floor because I thought I had an expensive water heater at $1,200 in the U.S. No, this was like 3 times that price. So it's like, no, I'll put in the multi-points everywhere all over the house. I can buy 10 of them for what I could.
It's also double the piping.
Yeah,
because you're running hot water, not just cold water,
and you got to run it all over the house. And in my case, you'd have to run it all the way out to a pool. You don't need the pool to be heated, but the shower has to be, hot water out there when you're doing it. So
I should point out too that all the changes that we made, that we requested of Bong, and he just no problem. We've also had subtractions.
Yeah. We've tried to make it both ways. It's not we're not trying to take from him. So
I've had 2 things that were included in it, and I said, you know what, I actually don't want
need that. Yeah, it's just in the way. Yeah.
So I mean, I'm so delighted. I mean, I could only imagine if the builder was a stickler and said, no, we're going to stick to the blueprints, or resisted us. Yeah. But like I say, every time we go to him and make a request, no matter how bizarre, no problem.
And even one thing about it, when we're doing that with Bong, his wife is right there most all the time with him. They work as a team. They really do.
And she's a big contributor.
She does, and she contributes. And sometimes she'll say, "Well, what about this?" And then Bong will go, maybe no, and you'll think and do that and change. So
she's quite knowledgeable. Yeah.
So with that, we're going to get on with the video. We're going to split this into 2 videos. So we'll split this down. Thank you. Like these videos, please give me a like. And if you want to send comments are always welcome. I'll look for improvements and how I can make myself better. If you do subscribe, you'll be able to get next in line when the next video is coming back out again.
I heard the welder. Okay, follow these guys. Still hasn't done anything with the. Oh, he has. No, he hasn't.
What?
The air conditioners.
No, it's still there. So I got the air conditioner in the basement fixed, and I got this air conditioning basement. Yeah, I see the hole.
Boy, as soon as you get down to street level and
temperature,
it radiates off the ground.
You feel it on that gravel.
I've explained that to the viewers before, but on the ground level during the day, there's more heat coming from the ground than there is from the sky. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay.
Hi, Booch.
So is that your door there, Mark?
I think that is. It's either this door or that door.
Not a very good door for that. I mean, I could kick that. It's just softwood.
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay.
Again, somebody breaks into it. Someone breaks into it. Isn't much we can do at that point. So. I remember the eventual purpose of that thing, it becomes a media room. So.
Yeah. Bathroom's coming along.
So is this the dry cooler or the one with the ice?
I don't know. Let's find out.
See if we got them all to ice.
Dry it.
Okay.
Let's put it at the door.
Okay.
Now we'll trip over it on the way out and probably kick it out of our way.
I don't remember if they've
it.
gotten the ice or not yet.
I did tell him, and he said, "Yeah." I'm on it.
Okay. We'll trust they get it.
What's that?
I don't know. Some kind of railing, topping, something. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, see the trashy neighbor over here who doesn't take care of his trash either.
I think it was just all falling off the.
No.
Maybe the wind blew it from my messy
I
neighbor.
I don't think so.
Now what is that, Mark?
I don't know.
Access to the P-trap, maybe, because we got some plumbing in there. Is that plumbing or electric?
There's no P-trap up there. And I don't see any electric up there other than that wire right there. I don't know.
Well, what's the white stuff in behind? The white
plumbing pipe that comes down to here. Those.
I can't see if there's a trap there. Or I don't see a trap. No, it's just angled. No. Just 90.
It just goes up and down and it comes back around. That was where the hot water was going to come in and out. Okay. If you had done a single tank. But I don't know what purpose it serves now.
But then why have an access to it?
I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe it's
Mark's
the water
not the person.
shut off. Is there a shut-off valve there?
Nope.
Yeah, I think there is.
No,
right on top there. I think that's a shut-off valve on top. We're just not seeing the red handle.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure that's what that is.
It is. You're right. There is a water
shut
off.
Okay.
There it is. It is. Yes. Okay. So you might want a door up there. You can reach up and.
Yeah. I got water going all over the floor. I want to turn it off without turning the whole house off.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to go
down. Is your grout white? I did this the other day for her.
I can't remember. I think it's white. Yeah.
If it was white, it would look good because it'll blend in. It'll look like.
Definitely don't want a dark.
You don't want a dark one. Yeah.
Mel wants the Subway look, and that's white. Period. No second. Oh, maybe white on white. Two colors, white on white.
Hello.
Now that blue pipe, to me, is the only one in this country that makes sense.
Drain?
The water drain, yeah.
Well, you say that white pipe that he's using is not a normal PVC. It's some kind of an enhanced one. That's why he uses it.
Yeah. It may be a better material, but the color.
Yeah, it doesn't make color code sense.
Yeah, there's nothing to see there. No changes. No changes. No changes. Hello. Oh, they're mudding in here. We got a mudding operation going on.
Okay.
Hello. Building our mud hut. You know, the the added bit we're adding to that wall, remember how we said we'd only have to move it over a couple of inches to meet the drain?
Yeah.
With that, it might just do it.
Might do it, yeah. No, I just want to make sure you had enough that you didn't have to move it to accommodate it. That was what I was looking at. The other direction. Okay, up. I have no idea.
Not a door frame. What is this, a bathroom?
Yeah. Bathroom.
Dunno.
I just look at the design on
A big dunno. Yes, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you know what that is? That frame?
No.
Okay. Okay. Hey, you didn't hit your head.
I didn't hit my head, so I'm. I said
Okay, don't brag too much. You're right here. You're only 3 inches away there, 2 inches away there.
I built it just tall enough for a 6'2" guy to easily clear it.
You think you did that?
Of course, it was planned to the precise micromillimeter.
Okay, so for you, I'm thinking that goes up to your solar.
Yeah.
But I don't know where mine is. I didn't see mine. Or maybe, more likely, this is for the solar.
That's the heavier pipe. I would say that's probably
Yeah.
it. Looks a little heavier than that.
And it goes, and I'm pretty sure it goes down to that office.
Yeah. The other one there's going to be a light of some sort.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
I think so.
I'm thinking this is the solar.
Oh, they've done
Yep, toward that awning, whatever you want to call it.
Yep, she's got her all plumbed. Ready to go. My tap will go there. As long as things run into the drain, we won't have a problem. And that's saying a lot here.
That's saying a lot.
For some reason, we can't seem to get tiles in bathrooms. Anywhere I've lived in the Philippines, every shower I've ever gone in, the water does not run into the drain. It sits flat. It's not designed to...
The tile where the drain is drains, but that's it. The rest of it does not drain.
That's right. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Well,
so we've actually had a conversation with Bong asking that he address that, and I want to be able to spill water anywhere in that shower, and it's going to run into the drain.
I've had the talk with Gene. I want to make sure and emphasize it again that I get the big rectangular drain, not the little bitty round drain, but the big rectangle tile drain.
Well,
they call it hidden drain.
For the bathroom they're working on, for me right now, I don't care what kind of drain they put in there. But you're right. Eventually, for the larger bathroom, it's a factor.
All righty, gonna say goodbye.